We're back again with Uncover with Modify, and today we have yet another great topic that we'll get to be sharing with you, and we hope to hear from you as well. So all you have to do is just share your thoughts on the comment section. Let us interact, and let's hear what you have to say on what is going to be discussed on this particular topic. So do well to follow us on Facebook, also follow us on YouTube. It is Walanda Studios on Facebook, Walanda TV Studios on YouTube. Today we'll be touching on the reading culture for children. So women should introduce their reading culture to their children. And to help me break down on this topic is Mr Mundia, who is our in-house guest. Of course, it's always exciting knowing that you are here to always unveil your wisdom, your knowledge on topics that are of concern to each and every individual out there. You're welcome.
Thank you, Modifa. Good to see you again.
Yes, it's
let's hope we're going to have the greatest time again.
We definitely will. Yeah. Okay, so women should introduce the reading culture to their children. When I saw this topic of discussion, Mr. Mundia, my first concern was, why are we focusing on the women? Why should it be the women's responsibility? We said the mothers, right?
Yes,
the mothers' responsibility.
Yeah, correct, yeah.
Why should it be so?
What should be so? Mm-hmm. Of course. Yes, yes, of course. The women are the ones who are always home with the kids, with the children. That's why they even love their mothers so much, because they're always with them. Mm-hmm. We say that one time I went to marriage. I went to marriage training. Mm-hmm. I went to marriage training, and they asked us a very simple question: what is the best gift or present you can give to your child? Nobody could answer that question. We failed to answer. We have so many of us. Yeah, yeah. That was in Shanghai. Yeah. So then they told us, the best thing you can give to your child is time. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. To be with them. Mm-hmm. Yes. If you have time with them, which means they are going to learn a lot of things from you. Unfortunately, when we have a husband, or when we have a daddy and a mommy, we cannot be home all the time. Do you understand? Because food is from outside. Do you understand? Yeah. So, and also men are not very, we know the way we're made, the way we're programmed, we're not really very comfortable with small kids, because small kids are very annoying, they cry too much. So, but women can handle those.
More tolerant.
Yeah. That's how they're programmed. Yeah. So why are we saying women should introduce the reading culture to the children? It's because the women are the ones who are always home. Men are always out there looking for food to bring home. Do you understand? So we don't have time, and when we come we come home, normally we are tired. Yeah. So I have seen, just like my wife. My wife, when my firstborn was born, or before the firstborn was born, she bought a lot of things like clothes, books, DVDs, CDs, a lot of things, waiting for the baby to come.
Okay.
Do you understand? Yeah. So our kids started reading before they know how to talk.
Okay.
They just reading the pictures, because my wife, they have that culture of reading for the kids. They value books very much. Do you understand? Yeah. So I have been to many places in this country whereby some people are very rich, very nice house, nice mansion. The only thing you find there is just a big TV, and watching what? Z World, is it Africa Magical that was?
But there's also Jim Jam.
Yeah,
cartoon.
But cartoons.
Yes.
But normally they watch a lot of things what they don't even learn anything. You understand? Yeah. So I would say that we even say that motherland. Do you understand? Yeah. We say motherland. A land, a place without women, there's always a mess. Women are very important. Do you understand? Yeah. So women, they should really try their best to make sure that children are taught how to read from very young age. Okay. Yeah. So when they know how to read from the very young age, that's when they come, like when they grow up, they are not memorizing things, but they're understanding things how they work.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, nowadays, Mr. Mundia, I like that you mentioned that it is women, and it's usually women that have the sense of feminism. You know, not really feminism. They're not feminists, but they feel they have that feminine energy, and they believe they understand their role as women. That will really agree. But then there are women who believe in equality. Right now, as you speak, there's one woman who's saying, me too, I wake. I'm not always home. How about this husband of mine? What is he supposed to do? Is it only my responsibility to take care of these children? You know, they are debating even as they watch right now. So I'll ask this question: what role does a father play in this entire situation?
Yeah, that's why we have issues now. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you find that the woman, she's a teacher. The man is also a teacher. And how much are they getting paid? Same man.
Same working hours.
Yes, same man. So that's why the issue is. So normally when you have those kind of situations, you find that the marriage is not very happy. Do you understand? Yeah, it's not a happy marriage because of equality. Yeah, everybody's saying, I'm getting this much, I'm also not home, you're not home. Just like that. So why should I read for my children? I was also busy all day working.
So let's make a timetable. You read on Monday.
It's fine. It's fine. Actually, the best we can say is parents should read for the children. Whoever has time. Sometimes to say that it's supposed to be this one, whatever like that, it's not right. But what I know is women are more tolerant. You know that? Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, they can handle those annoying because. Daddies, they get annoyed very easily. Yeah, but women, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the reading culture itself. How do you think this shapes the minds of children just starting from the tender age? How does it help them and groom them?
Oh, you know, in books we have so many things that teach us to understand the world. Do you understand? Yeah. So the kids who have been reading from a young age, they are very sharp in the head because they understand, they know a lot of things. So you see that some kids, even when they go to before they go to kindergarten, they already know how to read. Yeah, so it helps them to understand how things operate and reasoning change, because books there's a lot of books teach us a lot of things. How to look at things, how things work, how to reason, how to treat each other, how to behave, a lot of things. Yeah. So you find a kid who has been reading from very tender age, very young age, the way they behave is very different from those who don't know how to read. Because those who do not read, because from talking, it's very rare to find somebody who talks sense. Because that who doesn't know how to read, they only learn from talking with people. Do you understand? Yeah. Yeah, but talking is very rare to find somebody who talks sense to you. Do you understand? And when you read, you can learn a lot of people's knowledge, or people's brain from many places.
Okay.
Because I can know how Steve Jobs thinks from the book. But if I don't know how to read, I have to go to meet him. Do I have money to go to meet him? I don't have. But it's easy to get his book. It's cheap. It's much cheaper to get his book than getting on a plane, go to meet him. Do you understand? Yeah. So, but from the book, I will know how he thinks. Then once I know how he thinks, I'm going to learn something.
Great.
Do you understand?
Yeah. Now this leads me to my next question. You know, if we're going to start teaching children how to read from a young age, how do I now identify the type of content that they should read? I want to believe that not all books are good. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so how do parents get what kind of content based on your experience? Because you mentioned that your wife introduced to children, the books to your children even before they could speak. So maybe a parent there is curious to say, you know what, I think I would love to adopt that culture, but where do I even start from? What kind of book can I give to my children?
What kind of books are what kind of books? We just go for the books which are attached to our life. Simple. And which books are those books? Storybooks. 2, science. 3, mathematics. Just like that. Because science and mathematics, that's our daily life. Then from stories, or from stories, kids can learn things like manners, how to treat people, yes, how to what is bad, what is good from the stories.
Interesting.
Yes.
Somebody is saying, he mentioned science, he mentioned mathematics, and manners. My child goes to school. I mean, they learn all those things from school, so why should I struggle? I pay a lot of money at schools where they teach them those good manners. They give them very good books to read. Why should I now start putting it upon myself to start teaching them?
Maybe you should go to school. Maybe you should go to your school. There are no books there. You find that in our schools, the children, they only have notebooks or exercise books. There are no books. So like my children, they have exercise books, but we have so many books in science, mathematics, storybooks, geography, what, a lot of them. So then when we come to school, the school has what you call syllabus. You know? Syllabus. So even when they teach, they follow syllabus. But in life, there are so many things which are not in the syllabus, which we should get from our parents.
Okay.
Yes.
So that simply means teaching them how to live with people, how to interact with people.
You see that if you go to school, they don't even teach you how to, for example, from grade 1 up to grade 7, I don't think there's any subject where they teach you how to be, to have manners. No, they just teach you 1 + 1 is 2. Correct? Yes.
Okay, that is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned TV. You know, a lot of children now are exposed to cartoons. They watch all these things from cartoons, and that's entertainment for them. And I've heard many people say, you know what, my child learned how to speak good English just from watching cartoons.
From watching cartoon, huh?
Yes. So what's the balance there? Do you think they should totally not really pay attention to these cartoons and that kind of entertainment, or is there a way that they can strike a balance?
Yeah, we should strike a balance, like make a program. Maybe a kid can watch TV maybe 1 hour or 2 hours a day. Yeah, because when kids watch TV too much, because TV is fast. Do you understand the way pictures change? Because they made it to be the pictures, the motions. They made it to be not boring, so that people can watch. Yeah. So now, if you go to school, you find that the teacher is slower than the TV. So now the kids will feel like the teacher is boring.
The teacher is boring.
Yeah, because the teacher is much slower than the TV motions.
It's not as entertaining.
No,
as
it's not.
TV.
Yes.
Wow.
So they won't pay attention to the teacher. They will even end up sleeping. It's slow. So too much TV for the kids is not good.
That is true.
Yeah. So
I think many people have not thought of it in that light.
Yeah. So kids should be more in books than on TV.
Wow.
Yes.
So, Mr. Mundia, you visit a home and you see the children are jumping all over the place. They don't respect you. They can't even greet a visitor. What comes into your mind?
It annoys me a lot. It annoys me a lot.
As you say, parents say, no, she's just a baby.
It's just a
a small child.
And it's like they don't care. No manners. Yeah, they have no manners. I don't like children without manners. Yeah, that's why... Sometimes I feel sorry for those guys.
So who really do you blame for that? Is it
parents,
really that the children are not really exposed, or maybe that they are young?
No, it's just the parents. It's not about young. Me, I've never... if you, the child, the parent, you feel annoyed sometimes. What about people are not... Do you understand? Yeah, so the parents are the one who they don't pay attention to the children, because once you don't have manners, nobody will like you. That's why it's been difficult for some kids to have friends. Me, I don't like even kids or those who don't have manners to play with my children, because they will teach them bad manners. Yes,
that is quite true.
Because children,
at what point?
you know what time? You know what time I was very surprised. Reading is very important. I have this small girl called Simona, my daughter. So one time I was driving to the farm. When I reached 10 miles there, I found the checkpoint there. Yeah, not 10 miles, but just before 10 miles. Yeah, 9 miles, something like that. Yeah, so So those people sell things on the road, on the street, or what you call street vendors. So they bring things for me to buy. No, man. I don't have a man. Yeah, I don't have a man. Yeah, so then my daughter was like, that time she was like 4 years old. 4 years old. So then she was like, Dad, you know these people, even when Mama is driving, she's not buying from them. And I've never seen people buying from them. How do they live?
Okay.
That's 4 years old.
Wow.
So she was connecting, just like she was connecting. These people are selling to get money for them to buy food to eat, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, just like that.
Wow. That's really brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's absolutely brilliant. All right, so at this point, maybe as we are just concluding on this particular topic, how do you feel is the best, at what point really do you think a child can be trained? Because, you know, we as parents, speaking as one, we always have a tendency to say one, maybe when they are 3, because they're able to understand when I speak and they're able to speak, but maybe that is when I can speak and understand. Really, what stage do you feel a child can be disciplined, and at what age do you feel a child can be pardoned to say, okay, this is a child?
At what age? At what age? It depends, but I would say just from when they can see and they can hear. That's it. There's no particular age.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you teach them from very, very tender age, you make it a culture to them. Do you understand? Yeah. A culture is always in the head. Yeah. So once you because you have to make them to be addicted to a good thing. Do you understand? Yeah, to be addicted to good things. So, but addiction normally it goes very well or starts very well from very tender age. It becomes like a culture. Yeah. So even to say, I don't do this, even if they don't know how to talk, they will understand. You see, even do you know dogs, or animals? Animals, they don't talk, right?
That's true.
But do you know that they know that sit down? They sit. Get out. They get out. They go. Just like that. So even children, you know the way it is actually, my friend. The way it is like this. There's something what you don't know. You know, actually, the brain of a child is always very much advanced than their body. Even us. So you see that. Why do we say that I have run out of words?
Yeah, because you don't have the words, but there's a lot happening in the mind.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what you want to say, but your tongue cannot express. Because whatever talkative you are, you always have no words. Because sometimes even I fail to understand. So if we fail to express ourselves verbally, how do those guys, what you call sign language, do they really express everything properly? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah. So in short, kids, even when they're in the womb, the brain is working already. That's why they start sucking their fingers. Yes. You understand? They understand, but the body is much weaker than their brain. Why do they cry? Because their body cannot help them. They want to do something, but they can't. It's like somebody on stroke. The one who is hit by a stroke. The brain is really functioning, but the body is dead. It's not working. You understand? Yeah. Just like this. They even end up crying sometimes. You understand? Yeah. So the children, just from the womb, they already know things. They have started learning already. Yes. So children are always the brain is much advanced than the body all the time. Yes.
So parents should really make use of this information, I feel.
Yeah.
So they can start training the child as quickly as possible.
Yeah, as quickly as possible. Yeah.
That is interesting. All right, Mr. Mundia, this is where we end the program, and I hope to each and every one of you that has been following that you've actually learned a lot as much as I have. It's always exciting having you on the program. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Definitely. So do well to follow us on Facebook, that is Walanda Studios. Follow us on YouTube, that is Walanda TV Studios. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you are informed every time we upload a new episode on this platform. And also follow us on Facebook, like on Facebook, so that every time we update something, you are able to be aware, and follow the link to YouTube so you are able to follow the entire conversations that we have on Uncover with Modify. For now, it's goodbye until next time.